Hey, I want to ask you a question. Do you remember that one time in the middle of the night we woke up when you came in the bathroom and Daddy was laying on the floor? Remember that?
Yes.
We're telling that story. Was that scary? That's when we knew it was time. Okay, now go upstairs. We're going to finish telling the story. We're almost done.
I want to hear it.
You can't tap, you can't kick. All
Or
you
you
can
can
do is
sit
sit.
underneath the table.
You can't move, though. If you're going to sit, you can't move.
So pick your spot. This was definitely, I think, one of the most stressful I have seen you in a career, was this last job that you were at. My dad was over and him and Ziggy were playing, and he was carrying Ziggy up the stairs, and Ziggy was 2.5, and Ziggy just decided that he was going to jump out of my dad's hands mid up the stairs. Ziggy was bleeding a lot, like a whole lot, and after 10 minutes of the bleeding not stopping, I decided that I probably should call somebody. So we called the pediatrician, and they were like, you gotta take him to the emergency room. And that's when I called you.
I had just gotten out of a meeting, and I get a frantic call from Dee. Could barely understand what she was saying, but as soon as I picked up the phone, I knew I had to go home. I had a verbal conversation with my immediate team, and I sent an email. So multiple levels of communication to my team about what was going on, at least from what I knew, just a family emergency. I'll be in touch when I know more. No more than 10 minutes later, was barely even on the road yet, I received an email. And in a nutshell, it said, from my boss, I understand your urgent family care need. However, I need an update on where all this work stands. It's not done. Presentation's coming up. All these things. Basically, complete disregard for a family emergency with my son.
In the meantime, Ziggy was okay. He just needed a few stitches on his eyebrow, and Michael picked up Enzo, and then we met back at home. But I feel like that was the last straw. And then at about midnight, Enzo started throwing up. By 4 a.m., we decided between us, the pediatrician, and the nurses that it was the stomach flu.
By the time Danielle got home with Ziggy from urgent care, I had written my resignation email. I had not sent it yet. I wanted to make sure that this was our decision and that I left on our terms. And when Enzo got sick that night, that was the first time since he was born that I feel that I was there. So the next day I go in to the office and nobody says anything. Come home that night, Enzo's not feeling well still. I'm not really feeling well on my way home, and again, I hadn't slept. We maybe got, 45 minutes of sleep? It was nothing. So I'm exhausted, I'm a zombie, and just completely just beat down from the whole experience. Come home that night, I didn't feel good, went to bed early.
I was kind of back and forth between the boys' room because Enzo was still kind of recovering from having the stomach bug, and at around 1:30, you called me, and you were already in the bathroom, and I remember you so vividly screaming D. And I got into the bathroom, and you were sitting on the toilet, and then completely fell over into the wall and passed out. And for a good 30 seconds, I felt like you were not breathing. And I was screaming your name like crazy. Both boys woke up. I think it was the most terrifying 2 minutes of my life, in the sense that I was trying to pull you out of, he fell into the plant, and I was trying to pull you out of the plant, and the plant fell over, and then when you woke up, you were like, D, what are you doing? I'm like, bro, you weren't breathing.
I believe the stress had built up so much that my body and mind just couldn't handle it anymore, just rejected it all. But that was the night where we were on the path to something better, and we were prepared. We made all the final moves we needed to make before my last day, and it felt good. And for the first time in years, I felt happy.